Oh man, okay. How are you guys doing today? It is legs. I do say my my arms are still feeling the pump from yesterday, which is quite ideal, I must say. So it is legs today, and I think I'm gonna stick to some stiff leg deadlifts for most of the lift, just cause well the curl machine is kind of taken. So we'll probably do like some stiff leg deadlifts for about 5 sets or six. Oh no, let's keep it at five, and then we go back. If it's not gonna be, if the curl machine is not gonna be available, we're gonna do some standing, yeah, some standing curls on the machine on the cables, and close off the hams. Actually, also, I don't think I'm gonna hit any squats today, just cause I really I'm kind of traumatized from the workout we did a while ago. You know, like where we did the leg extensions, and then straight into some heavy barbell squats. Yeah, that felt really good, but quite traumatizing, man. I don't know how to. Well, of course, the mental will recover. So we can hop into some more sets. And we can hop into the start of the sets. Of course, tomorrow I probably will not be able to come to the gym since it's a Friday, and I got a buttload of classes. Like, why are classes 3 hours long instead of 1 hour long? It just doesn't make sense. But in any case, I'm not one to Skype classes. You know, it just isn't in me. You know, so we're just gonna have to make that our mandatory rest day, even though it's not quite ideal. Because you know the ideal situation is you want to spend 8 days, like you want to go 8 straight days of working out. That's how the split is. If it was push pull legs, it would be 6 straight days. But now it's eight straight days. You know, work them twice a week, twice in a week. But well, but not because Friday is like a mandatory like rest day. It's gonna be kind of weird because let's say like so it's gonna be like chest rest, then back arms. It's kind of funky, but it still will not stop the gains from gaining. You know what I'm saying? Man, that almost the ball almost slipped off my fingers there. That was a close call. Safe to say, with lifting straps, you definitely lift better with lifting straps. There is much more stabilization in it and all that. But that doesn't mean that suddenly your arms are not gonna tire out before your whole posterior chain. I mean, come on, it's a huge muscle group, like difference. Well, still a solid number of reps, but pushed it as close as I could. Not really till failure, just because my arms are not as strong as my whole backside. Or we pushed it or till the bar could not be held anymore. That's I call that as close as I could. But also a trick, like feel like you cannot like the bar is slipping off, just go down, take like a you know 2 second pause, 1 second pause, like readjust readjust your grip, your arms, and then just go back to it. And probably pull off another like 2 3 reps. That's exactly what I did. But enough yapping. Let's head into some more sets. Okay. One of the other reasons why I don't really like doing stiff leg deadlifts, like as the majority part of my workout, like it also quite activates your back muscles, mostly your lower back. And see, that's still not ideal because I'm not trying. I want that like it's supposed to be resting, Like I already worked it, but I don't mind. It's not like I work the lower back that much on my back days, so it's also good to get some work in. But anyway, this is a wonderful hamstring workout. Honestly, if I was stronger and well, and I was less heavier, I would probably definitely, actually not even, it's not about weight, it's about strength. If I was stronger, I'd probably definitely try some what are they called? Some Nordic curls, Some Nordic curls for your hamstrings. Because those are supposed to be like phenomenal, man. And you don't have to like rely on your grip strength or work your lower back or anything like that. But these are still wonderful. So let's move on to a couple more sets. I could have lifted that up, but I gave up. That is a weak thing to do. But I'm gonna spam a couple more sets of those. So you can probably move on to a sort of variation of a curl. Could be standing, could be seated, could be lying. Who knows? I wonder if you guessed right. Out of all the 3 hamstring variations that I mentioned, it was seated, lying, and standing. Did you guess it right? I'm sure you did. So The seated hamstring curl is available. The guys who are using it are done. So I'm gonna hop on. Of course, if it was not available, I would have probably hopped into the standing curl. But now that it is, let's close out with some heavy sets of some hamstring curls. One more. Let's do one more. And then move on to the hams. I mean, to the quads. Let's make that a drop set. Ooh. Okay. Let's move on to some quads. Of course, the quads are just gonna be right here. Like there's really just. Oh, bro. I think I'm just gonna do the same thing as last time. 8 sets of some leg extensions with some sissy squats. Because they had my legs firing, man. Like normally I take it like till 5 sets. I don't usually take it the full 8 sets. But oh, my legs were sore for days, my quads specifically. So I'm definitely gonna look for more of that. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so I just finished warming up the quads. I did 1 set of the 20s, and then I did 1 set of the 50s, and then I did 1 set of the 60s, 65s, and then I did 1 set of the 80s. So I think I'm gonna stick with the 80s for the 8 sets. I mean, probably for the 80s, and then, if the number of reps I do later in the set goes below 6, then it would be the most ideal thing to just reduce the weight. But the next smallest, increment. No, no. Wait, not the increment. Decrement, sorry. I'm joking. Okay. That was funny. But yeah. So let's throw this weight around, man. For a nice good 8 sets. I'm probably not gonna show the full 8 sets just because that's kind of boring, just seeing like, but I'll show a couple. Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna do a couple more of those. So I believe we can probably, I mean, normally I'll just end the day here, you know, call it. Probably see you guys on Saturday. But I usually do some sets of calf raises after my leg days. So I'll probably show you guys that. We'll probably go to some, yeah, so we'll probably cut to some calf raises. Oh my days, okay, so we're done. We are done with the quads. And they are so, that was insane. They're so like, wow. They are fully pumped up. Safe to say. In fact, I think it's just overly pumped, you know. I feel like I might fall down any second, you know. Like as I'm standing, I just feel like my legs will just give out and just fall down any second. So let's do these calf raises for about 8 sets. Now these ones aren't taxing on the body, and plus we don't need that. You don't need to rest that long. So instead of 2 to 3 minutes, I usually do about 1 minute rest and then straight into the next set. So I normally do 3 sets with my toes pointed inwards, 3 sets with my toes pointed outwards, and then the last 2 sets just some normal, like standard calf raises. I don't do seated calf raises. I know those work with solos, which is really important, but sadly, we don't have a seated calf raise machine. And doing them with the dumbbells, it doesn't feel like it's doing anything, you know? And I know there's some way that you can do it seated. I watched a video of a YouTuber doing it, but yeah, it looks kind of awkward, so I don't want to do it. So we're just gonna do these. I'm sure, you know, at some point we'll get to a gym that has a seated calf raise machine. And then at that time, I'll switch all my attention to that. But for now, all my attention will be on this standing calf raises. So, oh, I'm so out of breath. So, cardio is always important, you know. So that you can build up your endurance and lung capacity, whatever. So, we're gonna do about. I don't want to do them with my toes pointed outwards. No, inwards. I don't want to do them with my toes pointed inwards, just because those always feel awkward, man. So let's start out with my toes pointed outwards, and then we'll see what we'll finish off with. I'll probably okay. I'll give like the last two sets with my toes pointed inwards. I mean, it's important to work all parts of your calves, or specifically all parts of your gastrocnemius. You know, your short head and your long head. If you've noticed, I like doing it like when I go up, I count 1, 2, 3, just so that I can get that good pause. Because you know your calves are a muscle that's heavily worked every day, man. When you're walking, even if you're at the gym doing sports, like your calves are always getting worked. So you need to give them that pause, you know. Also because your Achilles, really like, if you just keep doing them like rapidly, your Achilles is gonna be taking most of that weight off. So you need to like, when you go up, you need to pause so that your calves can like, you know, carry that weight for those few seconds. And then you bring it down. And you repeat so till you can't do it anymore. And then like when you've reached failure, like you feel like you can't do that. Now just go like fast with momentum until you can't do it anymore. That's basically what I'm doing. And it works pretty well. So up on to the next set. Okay, so we're gonna hop into some standard. So like the 3 sets with the toes pointed outwards are done. Safe to say my calves are already super tight from that. So now I'm gonna hop into about 3, 4 sets with my toes pointed just straight, like just a standard calf raise. Okay, so let's finish off with one set because we have one final set to play with. Let's finish that off with some short head action. If I'm not wrong, your gastrocnemius of your calves is comprised of your long head and short head. So like when you're doing with your toes pointed outwards, that's your long head. Inwards, that's your short head getting worked. Straight, it's just both heads getting worked equally. But let's finish off with one final set with the toes pointed inwards. And then go hit the cardio and call it a day. Oh man, the calves are definitely fired up, man. Those ones are always so awkward because it looks like you're doing the uwu step. I'm not even gonna try it, but it's an awkward stance to say the least. So I'm gonna unrack the weight and re-rack it. It is necessary placements. So tomorrow is Friday, so I'm not coming to the gym because while you guys get the gist, of what goes down on Friday, it's quite the packed day. So probably see you guys on Saturday for chest and shoulders. Oh yeah, see you guys there.